A public sector pay freeze? Where have we heard that one before? Since 2010, the Tories have frozen public sector pay almost every year. When the financial collapse of the late 2000s hit, millions of people paid the economic cost caused by gambling bankers, all whilst the rich got even richer. Now, in the midst of a pandemic and another looming economic crisis, the Tories are preparing to freeze public sector pay once again. And to add insult to injury, this comes just after the announcement by the Tories of investing over £16 billion in laser guns. Public sector workers kept this country moving during the worst of the pandemic. The Tories even praised these workers. Now, while they're patting them on the back with one hand, the other hand is picking their pockets. Teachers, bin workers, care workers and other public sector workers face yet another freeze to their income. But praise does not pay the rent or put food on the table. Workers should not be the one who burden any cost of this crisis, especially when the Tories are handing out millions to their mates. As usual, the Tories will try and pit public and private sector worker against each other, a standard technique to distract us from the real problem here: the bosses and the wealthy who are profiteering from Tory economic policy. Instead of making workers pay for the crisis, they should be looking at those who can actually afford to pay. During the coronavirus pandemic, the world's wealthiest grew their fortune by £7.8 trillion. From April to July, they grew their wealth by 27.5% alone. Jeff Bezos, the chief executive of Amazon, has increased his personal wealth by $74 billion this year alone. The same Amazon that only paid $14.4 million in corporation tax on a revenue of $13.7 billion. As the next economic crisis unfolds, it will be teachers, bin workers, firefighters who are expected to pay. The super wealthy who are increasing their wealth by billions should finally pay their fair share. It's no surprise that the Tories want to freeze public sector pay. After all, where else would they get the money to give to their big donors and to give to their chums?